is called Belinda Blackcurrant. Belinda Blackcurrant was a sweet little thing. Everybody liked her. She always had a happy, smiling face, but one thing worried her father and mother. There was no one in the garden of her own age, and they felt that sometimes Belinda seemed a little lonely, although she never complained. Belinda was not only sweet and happy, but she was very clever and helpful. She had lots of uncles and aunts, quite a number of older cousins, and hundreds of baby cousins, and often went to help them if they were busy or ill. One day, Belinda went to visit her cousin Beatrice, only to find her in bed with a heavy cold. She quickly cleaned the house, tidied Beatrice's bed, made her lots of hot drinks, and by the time she had to leave in the evening, Beatrice was sitting up in her little bed, feeling very much better. Another time, when Belinda's mother had to go out for the day, she made some shortbread, flapjack, iced buns, a fruit flan, chocolate cake, and some sausage rolls. Then, when she had finished, she carefully washed each spoon and bowl, leaving the kitchen as clean and bright as a new pin. When her mother got home, feeling very tired, she was delighted to see all the baking that Belinda had done for her. Instead of having to spend the rest of the afternoon working in her kitchen, she was able to sit quietly by the fireside, with her feet up, drinking a nice cup of tea. Belinda was very good at looking after children, too. She often took her young cousins to the park. She bought them ice creams and sometimes crisps, and if they were very, very good, she would take them for a ride on a large boat, round and round the boating pool. All this time, Belinda was still lonely. She would have liked a little house of her own, because she was a very good housekeeper. But her mother and father did not like the idea of her living alone, and wished that she could find a little friend. Then it happened. One night the garden was struck by a terrible thunderstorm. Rain and wind lashed the plants and trees in the garden. As Belinda stood there with her hands over her ears, suddenly, over the wall from the next door garden was blown the most handsome blackcurrant she had ever seen. His name was Bernard. It was love at first sight. They looked at each other for many minutes, and then went off hand in hand to see Belinda's parents, who were delighted that at last Belinda had found a friend. Bernard and Belinda decided to be married the very next week, and everyone was overjoyed. Friends and neighbours built Belinda's dream cottage in the corner of the garden. The church was decorated with beautiful flowers, and the choir chimes practiced the wedding hymns over and over again, just to make sure that everything would be perfect for Bernard and Belinda's wedding. At last the great day dawned. The sun shone, the birds sang, and the sky was bright blue. Church was full of delighted people, and the choir chimes sang better than they had ever done before. When the smiling couple at last appeared in the church doorway, everyone knew that Bernard and Belinda would live happily ever after.